Hey, everybody, welcome into the Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast. This is episode 208. I'm your host, Expat, along with my contributor and friend, Fubu87. Long time no see, my
Hello.
friend. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I miss this. I miss having these chats with you. This pre podcast conversation was a blast. It reminds me of the good times. So it's very happy that I'm here with you guys and with you and the viewers. So it's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, like as I said to all my viewers and listeners before, the format's changing a little bit, but we'll still have special episodes during the year where we all get together and do that and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, excited for that. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about obviously GTA 6 being delayed into 2026. We're going to talk about that in this episode and talk about the reasons why they're doing it, and for some of the other games that have been like shuffling around trying to get out of the way, and now what are they going to do? We're going to talk about that, and then we're also going to talk about Borderlands 4, so the Borderlands 4 state of play, our reactions to that, and then have a little discussion on Borderlands 4 and what we think is going to be successful with that game as well. So we're going to be talking about those. So Fubu, let's go ahead and jump in to GTA 6. So yeah, we got, of course, the announcement that GTA 6 is going to be delayed until May 26, 2026. And obviously from IGN, of course, Rockstar apologized for the significant delay. But it's interesting because can you really call this a delay? Because, I mean, they never really gave a release date. I mean, basically, with this delay, they gave the release date. So anyway, so Rockstar is quoted as saying, "We are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new GTA has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and GTA 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon." So I'm thinking that we're probably going to get another trailer at some point, probably in the summer. But Fuba, my question to you is, were you, surprised at this at all? I really wasn't, because we hadn't really gotten anything since this first trailer that we're showing here. So I really think that they were thinking about this for a long time, and I mean, I'm thinking that they're thinking about getting this out on PC also on day one. And I think that might have been one of the main reasons why they were thinking, because forever when a GTA game launches, it would only come out on console, and then later it would come out on PC. But maybe the game just wasn't completely ready yet, and so they decided, okay, we'll give it the extra time to get the PC version ready as well. So your thoughts on all of this, and were you surprised that that this game got delayed into 2026?
I am going to be honest. I got the news through TikTok because I woke up. I go to TikTok and I was watching. I was watching like GTA 6 got delayed. Like nah, this joke. This is a clickbait. And then I see another, and I see another, and I see another. Like, whoa, what the hell's going on? Then I go on X, and GTA is on the topics, and they got delayed. And like, I got disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I got disappointed because I really want to play this game. But then I see the example of Assassin's Creed Shadows. The game was supposed to come out. It got delayed a couple of months. And I've been playing the game. It's, I don't want to say a bad word, but it's awesome. Awesome. It's awesome. That game is beautiful. Before I logged in to talk here on the podcast, I was playing some Assassin's Creed, and I was just enjoying the scenery. The scenery is great. The gameplay is great. What they did is great. So instead of Rockstar releasing an unfinished game, something that they will fix with patches, make people mad, everything that you know that us as the consumers are capable of. I think they're doing the right thing. And like you said at the start, they didn't say exactly it's coming out on this day. There was a
Right.
prediction that was going to come out around this time, but it wasn't a sure thing. And then
Right,
they
like
released it.
fall 2025 is like the projected time of when they would release, but yeah.
Yeah, it's projected. So they went like 2 seasons ahead. It's going to be spring. It's going to be, if it's in May, it's going to be spring time. So it's more 6 months. People, we can hold 6 months, man. We've been waiting for what, 12 years? We
Yeah.
can wait 6 more months. There's no problem with that.
Yeah.
And releasing on, look, I don't know if they're going to delay it as well on PC, because I'm pretty sure that there's some type of deals. I guess I think the consoles might have want the exclusivity, because that, look, if there's a game that's called the console seller, it's
Mhm.
GTA. It's going to sell consoles for whoever doesn't have consoles. So I think releasing day one on PC and consoles, look, they can do that. They'll get the most money at that time. But not everyone's going to be able to buy it on PC, because we've seen what the game is. You're
Yeah.
going to need a very beefy PC to play that game. Very, very beefy PC. So
Yeah.
even if you want to force a day one release, I don't know if it's the best thing, because not everyone's going to be able to play it.
And this game is going to be $80 when it comes out, because by the time next year, the tariffs that are
Right.
going to be, in impacting the whole entire world.
Yeah,
Actually, it's
yeah,
going to
exactly.
make almost every game $80 now, at least. So probably you're going to be spending over $100 for this game. So
Yeah. We had that conversation a few one of the podcasts. I don't
yeah,
know which one, that we were talking about that, and I
yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if this game would be €100 or $100,
yeah, yeah,
because I consider this game coming out an event. It's an
yeah,
event. It's not like this.
yeah.
It's not like EAFC coming out. It comes out
Mhm.
every year. Now this is the
Right.
event. 12 years that we've been waiting
This
for
is
the
like
game.
once
So
almost like once in a generation almost. I mean, 2013, can you
exactly,
believe that? 2013 was when GTA 5 came out on
exactly.
PlayStation 3, you know?
On
So,
PlayStation 3, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a long time ago, man. That was
Right.
a long time ago.
Right. So,
I still had hair. I still had hair back then.
oh, really? Really? Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, for the other games, like we're going to be talking about Borderlands 4 in a little bit, and
Mm.
they pushed their release up like 11 days, thinking that oh
Yeah, yeah.
boy, because in September, because oh boy, we might have to go up against GTA 6, and that would be a death sentence right there. And then you have Marathon from Bungie that's coming out as
Mhm.
well. You've got Ghost
Yeah,
of Yotei coming out in October. So now these games are going to have a lot more breathing room now as we move into the later part of 2025. But then when we get into 2026, though, I
mhm.
mean, the games that were supposedly going to be coming out next year, they might have to start to second guess themselves on what their release date might be. What do you think of that?
True, true. Look, it made GTA being delayed to next year made this year very interesting when it comes to games. There's been a lot of good games coming out. There's a lot of good games that's still gonna come out, like Ghost of
Yeah.
Yotei.
Yep.
But for example, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it's a very good game that wasn't going to stand a chance against GTA. Then you have that Claire Obscure Expedition 33
Yeah.
that's taking
Yeah.
like everything by storm. That
Yeah.
game is beautiful. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
people
It's on my
streaming it.
backlog.
And
Yeah. It's on my
bro,
backlog,
I,
as
I'm
well as South of Midnight. That's on my backlog as well because of
good,
Assassin's
good,
Creed
good.
Shadows. Yeah.
Exactly. South Midnight
Yeah.
looks good.
Hmm.
And it just made this year very interesting, because we've been saying from last year, we've been saying stuff like, oh, GTA is going to win Game of the Year. Like we were all assuming that it was going to win Game of the Year, because we were assuming it was going to come out this year. But
Hmm.
because now it's not. It's just made every game now is a wild card. It's going to be a fight until the end of the year. For us that like to talk about these types of stuff, we have content until the end of the year. But about next year, I don't know a lot about the games that's coming next year. I know Fable is coming out next year. That's a big game. I don't know on the top of my head. If I did some research, I would find I'm not seeing a big name coming out next year that could rival with GTA.
Don't forget about Switch 2 also. I'm sure there's going to be some other first-party titles that are going to be coming out next year. Maybe a Mario or another Zelda title or something like that.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. And we're having this at this moment. We're having the same conversation that we had last year to say, "Oh, next year is GTA," because we're not thinking about what's coming out. Because at the time we didn't know about GOTY, we didn't know about Expedition 43. Kingdom Come Deliverance we knew, but wasn't expecting to be that good. So at this moment, we're talking, next year is GTA's year. But again, like you said, Switch 2 is going to come out with a bang. I'm pretty sure that they might release, and I think it's time to release a new Super Mario. I don't know, maybe Super Mario Odyssey 2 or something like that.
We could get, I'm not keeping my hopes up, but on the PlayStation side, we could get Wolverine next year. And that would be interesting if that were to go up against GTA. So but I mean, GTA is going to win Game of the Year in 2026. I'm predicting it right now. I mean,
we are.
It's going to win. It's going to win Game of the Year in 2026. So
look,
maybe 2027 would be a better time for Wolverine to come out, and that's probably when it's going to come out. And The Witcher 4, will probably be coming out around 2027. So I mean,
Witcher 4, I'm thinking 2027. There's still a long ways for that game. But look, Wolverine has that thing that they haven't committed to a time. They haven't said 2026. So they haven't committed to that. So they can be like, we're going to take a little bit longer. But we're going to take a little bit longer. And they might do that maybe because Avengers, because they're saying that Wolverine is going to be in the event. They might try to not team up, but release the game at the same time when there's like more Wolverine on screen. And I'm thinking that Avengers, the Doomsday and Secret Wars, he's going to show up. Yes. And I think they might try to, I think they're going to try and fit the game in that time gap between movies or right after.
Kind of like what they're going to do with The Last of Us Part 3, because I'm predicting it right now. There will be a Last of Us Part 3, and probably they're waiting until they get through Season 2 and Season 3 of The Last of Us on HBO to finally drop it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's going to happen as well.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so GTA, bummed that it's being delayed, but hey, next year in May, you and I, what we're going to be playing. So we're playing that. It's going to take up our entire gaming life at that time. So
I failed this year. I was saying I was predicting getting my girlfriend pregnant about the time that GTA would come out. Now I have a few more months, so I can take a parental leave during GTA.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, speaking of games, I mean, Assassin's Creed Shadows has been taking up all my time. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. So anyway, with the games that we've been playing. So anyway, so let's go ahead and move on. So next up, of course, Gearbox, and they showed off, of course, Borderlands 4 at the recent State of Play. And all of the new like game mechanics and the multiplayer aspects of the game that they talked about. So I'm excited for this. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I've loved the Borderlands series. I've played them all. But I mean, my question to you though, as we get into this, Fubu, is looter shooter fatigue. I mean, how successful do you think this is going to be with all the looter shooter type of games that we have out there now?
Look, I know that this game is a looter shooter. That's the essence of the game. But I don't think, at least me, I never played this game because of the looter shooter mechanic. I played it because of the wackiness of
of course,
the universe.
Right.
I think people look. I enjoy a little shooter. I love doing that. Like I've said this, and people have hated on me. I did enjoy Suicide Squad. I played it online.
Yeah.
It's basically a shoot loot. So I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed that type of game. I think there's not going to be a problem with the fatigue
Mhm.
because like GTA is the beacon for open world games, sandbox games. I
Yeah.
feel that Borderlands is the beacon for looter shooter games. I think if they didn't started it, they were the ones that did it the best.
Mhm.
So I'm not worried about that aspect. People know what they're going into, and they will like the craziness of the gameplay because the gameplay looks
Yeah.
good.
Looks
Of
fun.
course, playing with friends on that multiplayer, I did Borderlands 2 with friends. It was really fun playing with friends, and they put more
Yeah.
difficulty. I'm not worried about that because people know what they're going into. I'm more worried if people will enjoy the wackiness, the story, because it's going to be very hard to get a bad guy as charismatic as Handsome Jack. You know, he was the soul of
Yeah.
Borderlands 2, and from the
Okay.
resequel, he was a major
Yeah.
point. And I'm the opinion that a game is only as good as its bad
Okay.
guy. So it can be a very fun, entertaining game,
Okay.
but the weapons and the story is going to be
Okay,
important.
Fubu, just hold on a second. Let me get to some of the of course the movement abilities that we're getting this. So Vault Hunters can take advantage of a very
Yeah, sounds good.
Destiny-like midair hover. So that's what I really like about this, and we'll see this in the trailer. So
Yeah.
giving players the freedom to shoot with airborne, while airborne or reach faraway ledges. Also
Mhm.
grappling hooks. It can be used for both combat and exploration, as well as dash. So for last second dodges. The vehicles, of
Mhm.
course, we're getting a digi runner in this one,
Yeah.
so you have the freedom to spawn your own rides. Yeah, so that is part of the movement abilities. Then guns and manufacturers. So you're going to have three new ones. You got Order, Ripper, and Daedalus. Will be behind some of Borderlands 4's new toys. And each newcomer features unique
Mhm.
weapon designs and abilities. Borderlands 4 is taking things one step further by introducing a new spin on its existing gun mechanics, so the license part system. So that's really cool as well. So the story, we're going to get two Vault Hunter characters, Vex the Siren, and an exosuit wearing former Teodore soldier named Rafa. So that's going to be cool to have
Mhm.
those two characters. And then the multiplayer. So this is what I like about the multiplayer aspect. So it will let players in multiplayer fast travel to their buddy's location. If your buddy gets lost or something, you could fast travel to their location and help them out to get back into the fray. So I think that's really
Yeah.
cool. So, the co-op mechanics and all are going to be there as well. So yeah, I mean, and like you were saying, I mean, the story and the wackiness and the dark humor in it. That's what I love about this so much. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. So as you can see here, this is like the opening screen. So yeah, I mean, excited for it.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like, we need to get this game and do a Twitch session of us, the Arena Productions, playing a little bit
Oh
of
yeah,
this game,
definitely.
so we can go crazy. Yeah, that would be something good. Yeah, because this game, and I'm sorry that I'm taking not taking I'm mentioning EAFC once again, but that's my thing, and that's one of the things. There's like I know that Borderlands it's a very fun game, but I'm thinking it's better with other people. And I have the example when I play EAFC with
Here
my
comes the
friends, we're
traversal
doing the
here.
rush
Jump,
mode
jump, jump. Here it
alone.
comes. There you
Okay,
go.
yeah,
There
that
you go. So, I
looks
mean, like
dope as hell.
Destiny, like
Looks
in Destiny,
so
when
dope.
you're like flying through the air and you can blast your enemies. I mean, it's really cool. So, looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, but I think one of the key factors for people to enjoy this game, besides everything that I mentioned before, it's going to be the multiplayer. So multiplayer needs to be good because you can have banter with your friends. Like you can burn them, you can say silly jokes, you can help each other, make them stronger. There's a lot of things that this game did well, and I hope that it keeps doing well. Which is one of them. It's I already mentioned the wackiness, but also the multiplayer. It's really important, and having it more accessible, where if a teammate gets lost, you can go to them, can teleport to them. I think that's something very nice to have in game, and it will make a more united team.
Sales wise, what worries me about this is, as I said at the beginning of the podcast, this game was pushed up 11 days. And you have Bungie's marathon that's going to be coming out like on the 25th or 26th. And you know, a lot of people are waiting for that. So I'm wondering how it's going to affect sales or the player base of Borderlands 4. I mean, when it comes to that. We shall see, of course. But that's what I'm going to be keeping my eye on, to see, how well Marathon does as well. So that game's being really hyped at the moment. So we shall see.
Yeah. Look, the thing is, Borderlands is a much more known IP. I know. Look, Bungie, they do a lot of great stuff. I know they have Halo behind. They did other good stuff, but the name Borderlands, I think, will sell. And again, there's been a long time since the last Borderlands. It's been a few years already. I know the movie flopped, but that's it.
Been about 8 years, I think.
Yeah, but the movie, game 8 years. Movie was like 2 years ago or something like that.
Was,
had a nice cast. But anyway, that's a different story. Different story. No, but the thing is, look, you want to sell this game? It's easy. You know how easy it is to sell this game? Sell it at €50, $50. Don't go for the premium price of $80. Just go for that. And if you have a cheaper, look, because the more you sell, the more money you will get. Because people, especially newer gamers that don't know the IP, they will, if they see a 80 or 90-year-old game, they will not be as enticed to buy it. But let's say that Marathon comes out and you have to pay premium price for Marathon.
It's not free to play.
I don't think it's free to play.
You're going to have to.
Exactly. So that's it. If Marathon comes out at a premium price and you put Borderlands almost half the price and double the fun, that's the tag for the marketing. Half the price, double the fun. That's how you sell it. And you're going to sell it very, very well. Because again, very non-IP, fun IP, that's the most important. It's a fun IP. And if it's half the price of an unknown IP, they will do much, much better. So I'm hoping that people will really will sell. I'm hoping. That's one of my bets. I'm not going to say it's a game of the year stuff, but in terms of sales, I think they're going to do very, very well.
Yeah, I think so too. Just if the story is fun and wacky and the mechanics blend in well, I think everything's going to work out fine. And I think it's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. And we should do some multiplayer.
Has everything to work out.
Yeah, for sure. And we should do some multiplayer, as you said. So good stuff. So.
Yeah. I think I would love to do that. I love to do that.
Definitely. So, all right. So before we end this episode, let's talk about the games that we've been playing or streaming recently. So obviously for me, everything about Assassin's Creed Shadows has been taking up all my time. And for all of you viewers here on the channel, you can watch my gameplay walkthroughs of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I have 7 episodes up now, and I'm looking forward to doing the 8th episode soon. I'm still in Act 2, Fubu. Still in Act 2, and I'm like over 50 hours in. So
yeah, I'm really. That's one of the things I want to say. I want to say thank you because Leah told me that you were doing these playthroughs and that you explained everything, and I saw them. And like, if you want to learn about Japanese history, you have to, because you give so many good, beautiful information that I really, really enjoyed it. Because as you know, I like Japanese history. So I want to say thank you for releasing that content because it's beautifully well done. So thank you for that. And I hope you continue because I've been enjoying them. I've been learning a lot. I've been learning a lot from you, especially saying the names because I'm playing by myself, and sometimes I stream it and I say the names completely wrong. So
okay.
I'm afraid. But I have to ask you this. Right? I'd say, you're playing in Japanese, right? Japanese and Portuguese, right?
I'm playing, well, because of the gameplay
You're doing.
walkthroughs, I'm playing the game in English. Yeah. But
but offline. Yeah, but I was asking offline if you're doing that.
Offline, no, I'm still playing in English, but I mean, like, if they're speaking in Japanese, like during cutscenes or whatever, it'll be in Japanese, and Portuguese. Yeah.
No, the thing is, because I want to ask you, because like the English voiceover sucks, man. It really sucks. I don't know. I was asking this because I wanted to know if you were like comparing, because I compared. I played in Cat. That's the game I've been playing as well. So if you guys didn't know that, I'm playing Assassin's Creed as well, because I've been playing this game. I stream sometimes, and I was playing Japanese, but because I'm also streaming like mostly the story. Most of the story, I changed it to English so people that are not paying attention visually to the stream, they can keep up with the sound. And oh my god, I remember Leah was on my stream and she was saying, "Put it in English, put it in English," because the face movement was made for English. So hearing people speaking Japanese, but the face movement is in English, was creeping her out. And I changed it to English. I was like, Leah, what the hell? This is terrible. The voice acting in English.
I haven't noticed that yet. So
no, but
but I mean,
no, but but I've been playing Assassin's Creed. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, and thank you for that about the gameplay walkthroughs. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting how they're depicting the history here, and it's interesting how when you're going to some of the temples and shrines and the mountains and the hills, how a lot of them are like broken down because of the wartime period that you're in. It's really interesting. But you go to like the Todaiji in Nara. One thing that kind of that I didn't like about it wasn't damage due to the war, but I wanted to go in and see the great Daibutsu, the big Buddha. It's the biggest Buddha, in Japan and in Asia, practically, inside the Todaiji, and it's all boarded up. So that was disappointing to me. You couldn't go inside. You can only run around.
It's a DLC.
Maybe. Who knows? But I mean, yeah, it's a great game. I'm enjoying it. Some of the mechanics, it can get a little buggy, especially like when you're trying to jump through doors, like windows, or try to hide behind doors, and then you accidentally, like click on the thumbstick a little bit, and then you just jump out or something,
But I think they're fixing that, because they're going to release parkour DLC, not DLC, updates at the ending of May. So I'm hoping that's going to fix that and everything gets more fluid. Because when I know that I'm playing with Yasuke, because I'm going to the castles and killing everyone with Yasuke. But when it's to parkour, it's sometimes it bugs. Like you're pressing forward and it doesn't go forward. I don't know. I don't know if it's me. But they're releasing a parkour update at the ending of May. Hopefully, everything gets more fluid, because that's one thing that Unity did. The parkour in Unity was perfect. Everything was so fluid in Unity. It's a shame they didn't continue that.
Well, I love the aspect of the game where you start as Naue, and you play Naue for a good portion of the first act, to get her background and the area of Iga, that where she comes from, and the people in the society that live there, and how they kind of lived apart from the warring states at that time period and everything. I really like that aspect of it. And then you get into Yasuke, and I liked how Yasuke and Naue met. That was very interesting how they kind of tried to tie it into history a little bit. I'm not going to get into that here in the podcast, but I mean, that was interesting. And then, certain aspects of the game you play as Yasuke, because you have to, to move the story along. But I mean, when you're playing together, obviously the stealthy elements you want to play as Naue, and then just the brute when you're going up with the boss battles and stuff like that. Yeah, Yasuke is the person to use in that respect. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm 50 hours in. I'll probably be putting up some more gameplay walkthroughs of it as well. Yeah, I've been wanting to do some gameplay walkthroughs of South of Midnight and
Oh,
Claire
wait.
Obscura, but I just, with all the other entertainment content stuff that I have to do for the channel, I haven't had a chance to do those yet. But I'll get to them. I'll get to them when I can get to them. So, so anyway, but all right.
Exactly. You're not on the schedule. You're not in the schedule. There's no one forcing you to release stuff.
Yeah, and I've got other stuff too. I've got the Expat files, and I've got another an English language learning podcast that I started up here on the channel as well. So, yeah, good stuff. So, all right. So, I want to thank all of you viewers for watching, as well as all of our listeners over on Spotify. Thank you so much for listening to this. And then, of course, the ad-free version will go up to Patreon. And for all of you in the comments, we'd like to hear from you. What do you think of the GTA 6 delay? And what do you think of Borderlands 4 and the mechanics? And will you be playing it day one? So let us know here in the comments. So, Fubu, thank you so much for joining me for episode 208.
It was a pleasure.
So thank you so much, and looking forward to having you on again, obviously, and for other aspects of content here on the Arena Productions. Thank you so much. And yeah, everybody, this has been The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, episode 208. I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host and contributor to The Arena Productions, Fubu87. Thank you so much, and I hope to catch you in the next one. So have a great week of gaming, everyone. Take care. We'll see ya. Peace out.